Warning, the following program contains conversation about Brett Kavanaugh and other controversial topics, as well as a very blurry camera because I suck at focusing, and by me I mean my dad. If any of the following subjects mentioned in this sentence trigger you in any way, you have been warned, and also please shut up. You have no opinions. Goodbye. Enjoy the show. But like I'm serious about the blurry camera thing. Like it's really distracting. If it actually makes you really mad, I'm sorry. That wasn't intentional. Before we begin, I want to talk about why I went off the air for the last year. Politics got just too depressing for me to talk about. I needed a break from all the stress, the slander. I needed a break from Lindsey Graham's face also. It's just all too much. But now that we've had a bit of a break and that we're over a year into the Trump administration, I think that I'm ready to cover the definitely by now less depressing and downright news. Now let's begin with our next story, our top story. Okay. Supreme Court nominee currently under investigation by the FBI for multiple counts of sexual assault. Oh, you gotta be kidding me. Brett Kavanaugh continues to be in the news after a Senate Judiciary hearing last Thursday in which Dr. Christine Blasey Ford testified to Brett Kavanaugh allegedly assaulting her at a house party in high school. Since then, 3 women... Is that right? Is it 3? Is it still 3? Are we sure it's still 3? It is 3, right? Okay. Anyway, 3 women have accused Judge Kavanaugh of sexually assaulting them in either high school or college. On that Thursday, Dr. Ford delivered a heart-wrenching testimony, fielding questions from Democratic senators and GOP-hired female prosecutor Rachel Mitchell. Did I mention that she's a woman? It's very important that you know that she's a woman. She's a woman! So obviously the Republicans aren't trying to cover up sexual assault to overturn Roe v. Wade and get rid of abortion. They hired a woman. What kind of monsters would hire a woman to question witnesses in a sexual assault case to try and cover it up and overturn abortion? It would be the same kind of people who would call that victim of sexual assault while she's recounting one of the worst times in her life on a national stage hot. But surely, there's no way any Republican senator could be dumb or ridiculous enough to say that, right? Oh wait.
Have you found Dr. Ford credible?
Well, it's too early to say. I don't think she's uncredible. I think she's an attractive, good witness, but it's way early.
What do you mean
Sir,
by attractive, sir?
Oh, in other words, she's pleasing.
What's your strongest impression so far from what you've heard her say?
I don't have a strong impression of what she says.
How does this
I'll say
compare?
this: she's attractive and she's a nice person, and I wish her well.
Sure. Okay. Whatever. After hearing from both Dr. Ford and Judge Kavanaugh on the 27th, the Senate Judiciary Committee was scheduled the next day to vote on whether or not to move Kavanaugh forward to the full Senate for confirmation. But controversy came after Senator from Arizona and melted Rob Portman, Jeff Flake, announced that he would vote for Kavanaugh in the Judiciary Committee on that day. After he made that somewhat controversial announcement, just a little controversial, he was confronted in an elevator by 2 victims of sexual assault, and after listening to them, decided to motion for a delay of the confirmation until an FBI investigation could occur. However, this investigation has been severely limited, as the FBI was not allowed to interview key figures of the case, Kavanaugh himself and Dr. Ford, the person Kavanaugh accused of sexually assaulting her. Of course! That makes perfect sense. When I'm trying to figure out who punched my friend in the face, the last person I'm going to ask is the person who's being accused of punching my friend in the face and the person who got punched in the face. Yeah, it makes perfect sense. Mark Judge, the man also allegedly assisting in the assault of Dr. Ford, was not subpoenaed and never questioned. After 1 week of investigation, that's right, yeah, 1 week of investigation. Yep, that's all the time you need. Totally makes sense. The investigation ended up being irrelevant as of the taping of this show, Senator Collins and Machen have declared their support for Kavanaugh. Look, I'm sorry, but you don't just go into a job interview with multiple allegations of sexual assault against you, lie and yell at the people interviewing you, and you still get the job. That doesn't happen, except for the Supreme Court, of course. Highest office in the land. It wouldn't be a political scandal in 2018 without Kim Jong-un's secret admirer, President Trump, entering the fray. The president held a rally on Tuesday in which he proceeded to profusely mock Dr. Ford and tell the crowd assembled to think of their sons and their husbands.
Right? I had one beer. Well, do you think it was... Nope, it was one beer. Oh, good. How did you get home? I don't remember. How'd you get there? I don't remember. Where is the place? I don't remember. How many years ago was it? I don't know. I don't know. What neighborhood was it in? I don't know. Where's the house? I don't know. Upstairs, downstairs, where was it? I don't know. But I had one beer. That's the only thing I remember. And a man's life is in tatters. A man's life is shattered.
This shit's gone crazy. No, seriously, Trump must have seen Kavanaugh on the TV and thought that someone was going to steal his greatest asshole in politics title. Like, what the fuck, man? Trump's comments are worrying the people who actually know what's going on, such as Senate Majority Leader and Yurdel's long-lost twin, Mitch McConnell. The comments of President Trump made some senators wish to flip on Kavanaugh, making his job a lot harder. But, fortunately, Brett Kavanaugh isn't the only news this week. President Trump on Monday announced his revision of NAFTA, the trade agreement with some of the U.S.'s greatest trade partners, Canada.
Hey, Canada! Hey, Canada! For their beady little eyes and flapping heads so full of lies. Hey, Canada! Hey, Canada!
And Mexico. The agreement was passed and ratified by all the countries involved in this historic deal. Trump saying about the deal, and I quote, "Without tariffs, we won't be talking about a deal," Trump said. "Just for those babies out there that talk about tariffs, that includes Congress. Please don't change tariffs. Without tariffs, we wouldn't be standing here." First, Trump, please don't call other people babies, okay? I mean, like, that's like Bill Cosby accusing other people of roofing him and raping him. Too soon for that joke? It's definitely too soon for that joke, right? Yeah. Secondly, according to the same CNN article, it was Jared Kushner who got Canada on board with what was primarily a US-Mexico deal. Oh my god, you guys! Jared Kushner did something! Thought he was busy doing everything and therefore nothing and not being able to talk. Like, seriously, have you ever heard Jared Kushner speak? Whether Congress ratifies this new agreement, the USMCA, is still unclear, but one thing's for sure, Donald Trump will never shut up about this if it is actually ratified. Of course, something good actually did happen this week. Someone got sent to prison for life, maybe! This Friday, Jason Van Dyke was convicted on 16 counts of aggravated assault as well as the second-degree murder of Lockwood McDonald on October 20th, 2014. After 3 officers were convinced into the previous year of covering up the murder, the trial of Van Dyke began last week. But, in all seriousness, to those who feel bad for Van Dyke and his family, I just want to say one thing to you. McDonald's family never got the chance to say goodbye to him. They never got the chance to get the closure with their loved ones. They never got the chance to say what needs to be said to all the people we love in our lives. But Van Dyke and his family do. And the fact that a crooked cop gets the closure that a suffering black family never got is fucking ridiculous, and it makes me upset and angry and ashamed in this country. The actual sentencing will occur at the end of this month on Halloween. Well, that is the end of this episode of Up Late. I hope you enjoyed it. We will be back next week with the latest news and happenings. Until then, I'm Charlie Mazzeo, and thanks for watching. Good night, America. You still suck.